For me to either be on YouTube wearing a Rolex, it's not going to happen. And that's not something that I would do ever. For me to talk about my adversity and tell people I'm dyslexic, tell people that I also grew up in the hood and that I worked my way through college and law school, yeah, that is going to happen.
What is the secret to good YouTube videos tactically?
Perfect. All right. So, two things. Number one, you have to know your audience, and number two, you have to structure your videos. So, in terms of knowing your audience, who is your target audience? And obviously, I do immigration law, so my target audience is immigrants, and I do my entire marketing in Spanish because I wanted to niche down and target a marketing. An area that most people really don't pay attention to. So I decided it's going to be the immigrant community, the Spanish speaking immigrant community. And I also started analyzing who my audience is. Obviously, this is because it's immigration, mostly it's the marginalized community, the people who go through adversity, the people who are in the shadows of the community. So for me to either be on YouTube wearing a Rolex, it's not going to happen. And that's not something that I would do ever. For me to talk about my adversity and tell people I'm dyslexic, tell people that I also grew up in the hood and that I worked my way through college and law school, yeah, that is going to happen because my audience connects with that. My audience connects with my adversity. My audience connects with what I've been through. So I know my audience and I know them really well. And the other thing is structuring my content. So Bill is absolutely right. Trending news works. But also, there's a different type of content, and that's evergreen content. And evergreen content is content that will stand the test of time. And obviously, we are all lawyers, and we know that there's fundamental things in law that will always be true. It's case law, maybe it's statutes, and these are the elements, and it's always going to be true. And that content doesn't really get a lot of attention or traction. But one of the ways you could go ahead and make this popular is you could tie current events to that content. And I'll give you an example. Maybe Diane Bass is talking about PPP fraud. And obviously, she could talk about the sentencing structure of PPP fraud. Sentencing in federal court is a done deal, and you could talk about the elements, obviously, in terms of sentencing, how you could get a downward departure, et cetera, et cetera. So that is definitely evergreen with a trending topic, and that definitely works.
So let me break this down for dummies real quick. So evergreen content is something that lives forever on a topic that will never change. So for example, an evergreen topic would be anything around your practice area that will never change. Like the principles or the pros and cons of divorce. Like that's something that's probably not going to change. That's evergreen, right? Whereas trending news has a shorter lifespan, but a more aggressive lifespan and hockey stick growth. And what I'm hearing is that we can actually commingle these two. So for example, if we were to make a trending news video on some breaking news that happens, and then under our breath in the middle of the video go, oh, also I have a video on insert evergreen topic, right? I also have a video on everything you need to know about case law in this specific thing. And Now we've created a trending news video that ports viewers over to an evergreen topic, right? Which creates more of a holistic funnel. So that's a really, really good insight.